Hi, Sir Jock.
Hi,
Thanks for
good
accepting
afternoon.
my invite. All right. Yeah.
Pleasure's mine.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks. Usually, when I started chat, I started with swig of beer, but since it's too early in the afternoon, we'll make an exception this time. I'll just have coffee to cheers with you. Um,
Yeah,
so just for this session, instead of blades and beers, I'll make it maybe cutting edge and coffee. Just for just for this. All right. So anyway, yeah, the reason why I want to chat with you was I wanted to check out the background of how the page came about. Pero siguro, I think the first thing that I usually ask people that I chat with is like, what got you into the EDC parang culture?
okay. Okay, to start off, I already am or was into well, always carrying a knife, a pen, and I even before it was called EDC. That's really how it started. As a young boy, my dad forgive the dogs. The dogs are quite okay. My dad at an early age already gave me my first pocket knife, which is a Balisong. I think I have it here. Yeah, this one, this specific one, was given to me by my dad way back. I was what, 4 decades ago? Okay, okay. So, and then I was always into flashlights. I mean, any flashlights for that matter. It was the ever-ready ones before, as long as I have a light with me. The pen, well, not so much the pen, because there was no need before. And as kids, di ba, pen would connotate work. I mean, studying, and I wasn't really. I I asked my classmates to do the notes for me, so I never had to. I never had to. I really not was not into the pens. No. Well, as in high school and college, that's where I started carrying. I mean, really carrying a pen on my person every time. So you could say that I started very early, even before it was coined as EDC. So yeah, that's how I really started with, and then of course seeing all the development in the EDC communities, and then I wasn't. But at first it was like, I'm not spending more than 1,000 pesos for a knife.
Exactly.
No way, no
I think
way.
that's what was going to lead me to my next question. Like, if your first knife was given to you by your dad, just Balisong, what was your first acquisition in terms of EDC stuff or knife?
Okay,
Knife, first flashlight?
okay. My first knife that I bought was a knockoff. Okay, it was a knockoff Kershaw Shuffle II,
Okay.
and then it was another knockoff of a Spyderco Tenacious. But that opened my eyes, because as I was looking at joining groups and all, I saw that there's no place for knockoffs there. I mean, not to belittle people using knockoffs. Okay, I totally respect them and I understand where they're coming from. But for me, like, I joined international communities and all, and then I've been seeing. I also saw the advantages or the benefits of owning authentic ones. So yun. And then I was eyeing on a bug out before. I really wanted that bug out, but that was too expensive. You know, it was like what at that time it was like
Yeah, 7,000.
7,000. Yeah,
Imagining
last
from
year, no?
the initial budget of less than 1,000 jumping to
Yeah,
6,000,
exactly,
7,000. Yeah.
exactly. And then that's when I I I uh, I usually watch Best Damn EDC and Jeremy Sayers. And then I saw their bug outs. I mean, specifically Jeremy's. It was a brass bug out. Okay. And then I said to myself, I need to have one of those. And then at that time, Taylor was into copper.
Okay.
Okay. So I pre-ordered my bug out. I I then ordered a copper scale. I wanted a titanium copper scale, but it wasn't available at the time. So I got the next best things, which was Smoky Mountain Knife Works,
Yeah.
SMKW scale. Funny thing is that the scale came in first before the actual knife.
Okay.
So I got it from two different dealers.
So,
Okay, one is our favorite dealer. You know who that is, Fit. I got the skills from Fit. That was our first transaction, by the way, and I got the bug out from Outfitter Sir Mike. Okay, and then it came, and then I said I need to have a copper flashlight. Okay, and then the Olight S2R Baton II was so pretty in pictures. So I went to Forge and got and first time saw that, and it was very bright. It was very bright. I then eventually I bought it, and only to realize that damn, copper is heavy. Copper is really heavy. So okay, the bug out was okay, but the flashlight was heavy. So I wanted a smaller one. So I went. My next purchase was an Olight, still an Olight, an i5D. Okay, and then okay, I was into that. Couple of that was August, and then by December, I jumped in the Spyderco bandwagon. I got my first. Actually, I got three Spydercos in 1 month. That's how in I was at that time to knives. I got okay. So I got the Para 2 with the DLC coating S30 B blade, and then I got the K390, the bento box exclusive, and then eventually I got the Blade HQ exclusive Tanto, which was so pretty, but it wasn't for me. So I had to. I really something about it was pretty, but it wasn't for me. I mean, when I hold it, when it's something, it's totally different. So that I traded that. I traded that with a Para 3 with a flashlight and a caddy. So that's it. That's it. And then so on and so forth. You've seen most of my posts.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's nice to add in that, it's always a lie when you say that the next night is the last night. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
you know what? You say that it's always a lie, but we're all liars.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. We're all liars.
Yeah, siguro I'll go back to, our, I'll backtrack a little bit. What got you interested into purchasing like your own knives? Like, for example, I think what I see from the community that we have, people come from different walks of life, from different backgrounds as well. Me, admittedly, I was only interested in knives before. I wasn't into flashlights, multi-tools, and pens as much. before as compared to now. I was really into knives because of my martial arts background. Like what got you interested into actually owning and buying these knives? Is it really for the utility purpose? Other things?
Okay, first and foremost, I use my knives, regardless of what kind of knife it is. I use them hard. I modify them. I believe I did some for you, right?
Yeah, I am a proud owner of Yojimbo 2 that was with the G10 scales modded by you.
Yeah, yeah. It was a pleasure doing modding your knife. No, now, yeah, I really am into making the knives my own. But I don't have a knife that I have not used. I mean, used hard whenever I'm at working here at home. When I say working, na utusan na gawin ito, ganon.
Yeah, we can all relate.
So yeah, I mean, the most recent work a heavy work I did was cut branches of trees using using a Sebenza 31. Imagine that being used as just to cut trees.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
pocket jewelry, but
yeah. It's something, but it's a capable knife.
it's a
It's
capable.
very capable. It's like a miniature machete.
Mhm.
You know, when you strike with it, I mean, the weight and all helps. So it's more of using my knives utility. It's more of utility. The collecting is just something on the side, because if I am truly a collector, then I wouldn't be selling my knives,
True.
my other knives. I would be keeping them. But if ever I see something that I want, and you know, I really would like to have that, and the cash isn't readily available, so I'll sell my knives. I'll sell not only my knives but my flashlights, my any of my gears,
Correct.
any of my gears. So that's it, no. Except for, I honestly do believe that what I have with me right now, I'd like to keep. Um, I have several. I gave some to my son. The bug out that I mentioned a while ago is now his.
The one with the copper
It's
scale.
Yes, yes. Actually, it's no longer copper. The copper scale is somewhere here. This is actually somebody gave me a knockoff bug out. So I mean, you know, and then I just tried the scales on it. This is centering is bad and all, no? But it's just something. It's just I didn't want to have the scales lying around somewhere,
True.
and might at least it's on a knife. However, I'm gonna sell this. I mean, you'd be surprised how much I'm willing to part ways with that. In another topic.
Yeah.
Okay, so the original Bagat is now with my son, together with the Para 3 that I got, and then uh, I don't know if you've seen my mini Griptilian, the one in 20
Yes,
cm.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. He wanted that. He actually asked for that.
Okay.
So that paved the way for me getting the Adamas. Actually, that was the reason for it. I wanted I'm more of a benchmade guy talaga naman from the start.
Okay.
Spyderco's, I was into it, and then suddenly I was just like, ah, enough. I want to go back to one. And then I got the 940 from a friend outside the community. He was already my friend when in our I was into airsoft before, so we were friends. We were friends from that community, and then I asked him to join this community, and then after a while, I mean, he was like buying knives every single week, and then
Created the monster.
yeah. His name is don't tell anybody that his name is JC Larina. Don't tell anybody. Okay. Anyway, JC, he was like, okay, I was contented with the 940. I saw the 940. That was a dream knife before. And then he told me, uh, you want one? Okay, get this. I don't have the budget for that. No, I'll send it to you. You pay me when you can.
Yeah.
And then I said, really? Yeah, I'll send it to you. Okay. Then he sent it to me. All right. So I got the 940. And I told him, okay, this was like what? This was like March or April. I told him I won't have budget until December. Of course, I was kidding. But he said, no problem. No problem. Okay. And then I was purchasing knives every single month. Okay. Like I was, and then I forgot. I got to pay this guy. I forgot. I was posting and all. I was, he was the one responsible for me getting into the CRK knives, because he had several, and then I was like, damn, I never held one. So I asked Danny. Actually, Danny and Fit helped me get my first CRK, which is a small 31. And then it was very fast. I mean, I just talked to Danny. He said, "Yeah, I'm willing to." Danny Cruz, I'm willing to part ways with it. And then, let me see. My money's coming in a couple of days. And then I asked. He wanted to buy something from Fit, and then I asked Fit. Fit, can I vouch for this guy? Give him the items he needs, and I'll just pay you what I need to pay him. And then Carlo Fit. Carlo said, okay. And then that's it. I was able to, same day, get the small CRK, and then that's it. So it was a very interesting. Same with the large. The large. I was just asking, are you planning on selling it? And from whom did I get that? The large. God, forgot the name. I mean, he's a friend. But and then he said, yeah, okay. Then I'll just send it to you. And then he sent it to me, and then I just paid him online. And then there it is. There you go.
Started from knockoff replicas to a CRK.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm looking at the Omnumzan right now.
Actually, I was gonna ask you, like, you said you started really getting addicted to the Spydercos and the Benchmades. Now you have CRKs. Are there any brands out there that you're curious to try next?
Emerson's.
Yeah.
I'm seriously thinking of getting the Emerson. Well, I wanted the Emerson A100, the mini one. But since it's not available, I'm looking at. I actually held one, the CQC-7.
Yes.
That was the instead of the Adamas. That was the first knife. That was the knife that I was supposed to get when I went to SOE. Okay. I was talking with Bien, and then he told me that yes, I have the CQC-7. Then yeah, better go to my store so that you could check it out. And then I went there, and then I saw this wide. I mean, it was like the first time, because during the pandemic, you never go to a store. And actually, when you buy something online, I mean, when you hold it first in your hand, it's the actual time that that's the only time that you yeah. And when I was there at the store with hundreds of knives around me, it was like, whoa. And then I held the CQC-7 already. I was ready to get it. And then, do you have Benchmade
Yes.
Benchmades here? And then he said yes. And then they have the Adamas. Check it out there. And then there was a black one. I wasn't I wasn't really into the black one. And then okay, so they have the crew the shadow coated uh desert or flat dark earth one. I believe I still have one. And then he checked it out, and then he confirmed, and then he took it out, and then that's it. When I held it, okay, could you put back the CQCs, the Emerson? I'm gonna get this. That's it.
Yeah,
And then
this is the one.
okay, yeah, but I asked him if it's possible for him to hold the till December.
Okay, soon enough.
That's gonna be my next purchase.
All right.
I mean,
But that's
for sure.
okay. It was interesting how you were telling the story about the modifications, no? Like I remember also when I started carrying, the only modifications that I were doing were just simply the paracords and the beads to make the beads to make it stand out from the other people who have
Mm-hmm.
knives. Like what made you want to modify your knives and what got you
Or
started into it?
boredom.
Boredom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was boredom because I like
A
making
lot of
things. I
people
like
are
thinking.
scared to do so because I mean these are expensive stuff, so they're not they're not brave enough to tinker around and open it and modify it.
Yeah, but the first the PM2, the first scale swap that I did, I I I was using the cheap screwdrivers,
Hmm.
and then eventually I got the Wiha, and I was able to take it off. I mean, I'm not into para two Spydercos right now, no? Specifically the paramilitary, the PM2s and the para threes. But I can adjust, take them out. I mean, even blindfolded to exaggerate. I can honestly do that now without really having to think about it. So I remember a friend, Arep, you know Arep, right? Arep Manibog told me that you're like changing scales every day or twice a day. I had so many scales before.
Yeah.
You're like, I mean, make up your mind. I wanted this. Eh. It's just
Yeah.
like now when I'm working at home, I carry I practically carry all the knives.
Yeah.
I mean I stash at my drawer, and then once I get bored with one, then I get another one. I get another one. It's only now that I have all of them here. No? My wife even told me that I thought it was work you're doing. It's not work pala. Sabi niya ganun. Just now when
Yeah.
when the
It's still
power
work.
got cut.
It's still work.
Yeah, well, I enjoy this work
All right.
better than yeah. So that's it. That
That's okay.
modify, and then I make things. I mean, I make I can't ayun lang. I can't bring myself to spend on a very expensive pry tool, specifically the Lynch
Yeah, the
all
lens.
access pass. Yeah, but I it looks so pretty and all.
It does. Yeah.
So
But it's the price of a
so
knife and a flashlight.
yeah, exactly. But it's that's pocket jewelry. I mean, I for one uses a pride. I use a pride,
Yeah. But
but I cannot justify spending that much. Even I mean, parang sa ano before, di ba? Sa knife. Pero this one is, I mean, what do you need it for? Opening uh, sodas and all. I mean, prying a paint of can or prying out a nail. Or I mean, those are tough. That can ano. So here's what I did. I made one.
made
This
one.
is what. Yeah. I again boredom. So I didn't have a grinder at that time. I didn't have a grinder at that time. So this was literally sawed metal, and I used a file, diamond file. So imagine I worked on this for like 2 weeks before eventually it's rusting right now. So I need to sand this and dip it into ferric chloride again, and then stone wash it. Yeah, you know. And then modding. Speaking of stone wash, I had a K390. I did the mustard patina on it. Yeah, well, it didn't came out as I wanted, as I expected it to. It was like the first K390 I saw, I fell in love with. It belongs to Lester Singh or something, and I was I really liked it, and then eventually I tried it, and then it's not for me. I mean, it didn't came out the way it looked in the pictures. Yeah. So when I got my sharpening system, at that time it was a landscape. I ordered some ferric chloride online, and then it came. I got home from the office, it came, and then I was so excited. I after eating dinner, I dismantled the PM2, and then watch online, just to clarify the procedure. And then eventually I was able to do it, and then I was happy with it. I was very happy with it. And then stonewash, I just gathered some stones from the backyard and put it in a jar. Yeah. And then I sharpened it. And people say K390 is hard to sharpen. Well, if you have a system, it's not that hard to sharpen. So that's it. I was able to bring it to what I wanted to. So what else? What modification? I guess that's most of the modification I did, except for the scales. The scales, I was really bored at the time, and then I just I got the stock scales. I did it, and eventually I sold the knife, and then somebody gave me a what do you call this? A para 3 scale, stock scale, but it was damaged. It was like there was a big missing piece. Okay, there's a big missing piece near the screw, the body screw, and I had to do something about it. So I played around with plastic, epoxies, and all. And then when I was able to sand it, and then I did what I did to your
that's
Yojimbo.
what led to that. That's the green one you were posting before.
It was actually a black one also.
It
was a black one. It was a black. The green one is an Aramis. It was an Aramis Aqueduct scale I got from Martin Toledo. Yeah. So those knives are sold already. So.
Oh well, okay. I guess all of this is big background to where you came from. And what you've been doing with your gear. What led to the creation of the Facebook page that you have?
Okay. Honestly, it was just I wanted to have a place where I can, post my shit and have no one tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Basically, because we're all governed by rules. There are rules in the other communities that I agree with, and there are some rules that there is some culture that I really don't care much for. Okay, especially the culture of trolling and all. I'm not into that. So I started off with just having, I invited a few friends. I mean, the friends that I already am sharing my gears with, I invited them. And to my surprise, it grew enormously fast. I mean, we started April 15, and then within a month's time, it was like around 500 already. And then somebody kidded me with, you need to do a giveaway. You need to do a giveaway. Okay, we started. Okay, it doesn't have to come from your pocket. It just you can ask people what they're willing to give away. And then it started, and then I realized that I have something, because I do leather works also. So I started thinking, hey, I can do this. I can give out leather caddies and all that. And then people came in. I mean, you could just, I am very proud of the community that we have, because the people there are there to help you. Not really. There are some that, there are some that have other things to do.
Yeah.
But most of the people there are very supportive of each other, which I am very appreciative of, because I've seen with PCPH has been modeled from an American group called EDC Crazy. Okay, EDC Crazy is admin by Bill Nottingham, and he usually gives out prizes also. And there's this saying that be nice to each other. He always says that, be nice to each other, be good to each other. And I am very proud of that group, because that group, though I am here in the Philippines, they recognize me. I mean, they accepted me, and very, I never felt alienated when I'm there. So I said, why not make a local community based on those rules? Now, the only difference is that in PCPH, there is a very strict rule against firearms. And don't get me wrong, because I am into firearms. I own several. But for me, Facebook has already took that stance against it. And if I am building a community that would, help people, help others educate themselves and with gears and knives and what have you, then I wouldn't want to risk it being taken down by Facebook. That is the only reason why the firearms rule is imposed. Okay, and it's very strict. It's very strict. I'm asking for the understanding of all that I'm not doing that just to piss you off. No, there is a reason for that. If you see my Instagram page, I post some firearms there, but only there. I do not share it here in PCPH, because I would like to preserve the community. That is the only thing that I would like. I've done several. We created also groups in my previous hobby, airsoft. So we're also into helping people. But in airsoft kasi, well, andyan na, marami talagang ano dyan, payapangan dyan, paanoan dyan. And you know what's funny? In airsoft, I never bought, the higher end airsoft guns. No, whatever works for me. As long as it's shooting BBs and it keeps on hitting you, then that's fine with me. Doesn't have to be, I modify my guns. I work on my airsoft toys. I do all the maintenance for it. Same as with my knives. Same as with my. Recently, I wanted for the longest time the titanium Olight Warrior Mini for so long, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
Very expensive. I mean, for a light, I was supposed to get some, and then a friend posted something. It's a titanium one, but it's the one in blue. It's somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't even think about it. I texted him and then I said, okay, pwede 2 gigs. Pwede 2 gigs. Sige, pwede. Sige. Then I sent him that, and then he sent me, and then eventually I took care of the balance at once. So wala rin, ganun din. So when I had it, I mean it's okay, it's pretty, it's blue, but it's blue. It's not titanium. I mean it doesn't have the color that I want. So again, I research I research what's the best way of taking out the anodization and all, and then eventually I was able to do it. So from blue, now it's this. Can you see? I don't.
Titanium color.
Yeah, pero it's not easy. Because what happened was after modifying it nagloko. May pumasok yata or something.
Okay.
But after some contact cleaning and some blow drying and now it's actually that's the moonlight, and then this is the low, this is the medium, this is the high, this is the turbo. Yeah, it's actually working.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah. No, sorry. Na-lace na ako.
No, that's fine. Actually, it leads naman to what I want to do now. The gear that you have now, can you have a show and tell of at least your favorite stuff right now?
Actually, when you gave me a short outline of what you plan to do today, I took out all my gears.
Oh, okay lang. We have time for that.
Yeah, because that's how
this is just a video form basically of what we post.
Yeah.
All the pictures of all of it here, and we appreciate all of it. I love looking at it.
Okay. Let me start off with the first. Wait, let me take out the blur so that it's gonna be a bit none. Okay, it's okay. Pardon my messy background. Let's start off with my latest acquisition, which is this. It's the Mini Adamas. I changed the pocket clip with the Bugout because it's too long, and it was having a hot spot there. So this one is just fine. So this is the Adamas, and then my next favorite would be the latest purchase is this, the Para 2, which I almost sold because of the Adamas. Because I got this, and then the Adamas was like 4 days after. So that's it. And then of course my all-time favorite, the 940. Okay. And yeah, this one. This is one of my favorite work knife. It's the Honey Badger. Yeah. This thing is sweet. I mean, it can take a beating without really losing the edge. I mean, it's a tank.
Yeah.
Now talking about the other, okay, let's get this over with. And my next would be this. It's the large one. Yeah. This one I carry almost every time before I got the Para 2. Now this thing never leaves my pocket. This is the small one. This the small one. Okay, and then this is practically the all titanium set that I have. And then as for okay, what else? As for the tools, I used to have the Charge TTI. Okay, but the story behind that is that when I was talking with JC, the one who gave me the 940, he told me that my next purchase would be a Charge TTI. And then I remembered, hey, didn't I owe you? Don't I owe you something for the 940? Oo nga pala, no? Sabi niya. Yeah. Oh, sige. Let me know when I will send the Charge TTI. I practically traded my Charge TTI with the Benchmade item. Okay, then I was multi-tool-less.
Yeah.
So I got the for the pliers, I got the let me just I got the Knipex for the pliers, and then forgot the what do you call this, the Swiss Army knife. Yeah, that's a Pioneer with no, not a Pioneer. Yeah, that's a Spartan. That's a Spartan. Yeah, I got the. This one's interesting. People are selling Swiss Army knives for like what 4,000 or 5,000, like this. I got the knife for like 1,100, and then I got the scale for another 900. So basically, this is a 2,000 peso. Yeah, I mean it's titanium. It's we got it from Shopee. I mean, you'd be amazed how much gear there is at the Shopee, and it's
I also carry a Spartan around. So that's true.
Yeah. And then eventually, recently, I got the Wave, which is basically the same as the Charge.
Yeah.
It's basically the same. And here's the latest pry tool that I made. It's a slimmer one.
Yeah.
But I get
the one that you showed us earlier, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't have the bottle cap opener. Yeah. It's just the typical. It's just the pry tool. And then that's it. That's except for the others, the one that my son has. I mean, I didn't want to. He has class right now, so I didn't want to bother him. And it's his. So, pero nanganganib na yung nanganganib to because he is now asking for this.
This is the small one, no?
Yes, that's a small one, and I am torn because this is perfect for every day. Yeah. I mean, it is small, but look at that. I mean, the knife, the blade, and is perfect for EDC. For EDC compared to this one. This one's a mini machete. Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, so that's it. That's my.
Well, I guess that's it for today for this session, and yeah, I wish more power to the group. It's an amazing group. I'm always there.
Thank you. So, thank you. Yeah. I mean, the group is ours. Yeah. I mean, it's not really about me. It's all about you guys. It's all about the community. That's what I've been trying to to say to the group. It's all about the community. It's not all about it's no negativity, no putting down people. I mean, I'm not perfect. I usually am. I am strict and all with the rules, but sometimes I go overboard. I have to admit, but I'm open to talk to me, and I'm open to suggestions. As long as talagang the firearm rule stays, I mean, it will not go away unless Facebook declares that, hey, you can post anything that you want and we won't and we will allow it. Then we're all good. But the community that we have, I mean, it's not mine, it's us, it's ours. So yeah,
I have
that's
to
it.
agree. Like one of the things that I noticed, I'm also a member of a lot of groups, EDC, swords, knives, and all of that. The vibe that we have is very, very positive. Especially with since the pandemic, every time you
Mhm.
go online, it's all negativity, it's all
Mhm.
bad news, and
Exactly.
one of the positive, sources that we have online is when I see the gear, and it's all positive vibes in the group.
Exactly.
That's also the reason why I wanted to chat to you about it. But I think we should highlight that as well.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. The pandemic really, actually, the pandemic started this all for me because before it was just airsoft. If the pandemic did not happen, I mean, I'm still doing airsoft right now, and I won't be. And when it did happen, and I started being into knives and all and other gears. Then I saw my airsoft gear lying around and asked myself, when are we going to play again? It's a big question mark. I don't know. Okay, time to sell you because at that time, there are some airsofters that are playing, and I, for one, I maintain a group. I host games also here in Paranaque, and I told my group that if you want to play, count count the team out. I mean, play on your own. Do not bring the team. Do not use the site because we will not be responsible if anything would happen to you. And sumunod naman sila. So we're still not playing. I mean, most of them wants to play badly. Ako, no, I'm staying here at home. Because before, I can't imagine myself staying at home and doing anything else than airsoft every Saturday. But now I enjoy working around the house because as long as I get to use my knife and then that's it. I'm enjoying it. Then right after that I would strop it or I see your videos. No? Your videos are I mean, they have sharp knives. So yeah, those inspire me to keep my gear sharp also. Although at the cost of the system because I'm on my second stone already. So
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm trying to cut down on sharpening. Really.
All right. Well, all right. That's all for now. Thank you so much, and I'll chat with you again.
Pleasure is mine. Pleasure is mine.
Thank you.